Hey everyone, it's Julie, and if you haven't been able to tell from the title and thumbnail of this video, this week I tried to make waffles. So I found this recipe on Pinterest, I believe, and it was for Nutella waffles. And since I had gotten a waffle maker for Christmas and I've been using it so often, I'm like, why not try it and make a tutorial out of it? And it didn't really work at all. I'll explain further in the video because I am doing a voiceover after the fact of filming it, so it's like I already know what's happening. I will leave the recipe down below for you so you could perfect it and not do it incorrectly like I did. I will explain what I did do wrong though. So let's get right into it.
So, the ingredients we'll need are milk, salt, baking soda, Nutella, baking powder, vanilla extract, Pam, flour, butter, eggs, a large mixing bowl, and then a small mixing bowl, some measuring tools, and then you'll also need an electric mixer, and of course, obviously, a waffle maker to make your waffle in. So you're going to start off by cracking your eggs, and you're going to need to separate them. So basically you're just going to take the two halves of the shells and you're just going to swish it back and forth, making sure the yolk stays inside the shell while the whites go into the bowl. I'm not very good at explaining this. If you don't understand, there are most likely videos on YouTube explaining it better. And then you're just going to dip with the 3 eggs, and then you're just going to mix it vigorously. And then we're going to pour in the milk. I will have the measurements in the recipe that I'm going to leave below. And now you're going to take your butter and you're going to have to melt it. This was basically my first mistake. I'll explain in a second. But then while I was in the microwave, I measured out my vanilla extract. And then I just stirred it together. And so here's basically what happened. I didn't use a big enough bowl, so the butter came over the sides and made a huge mess, and it smelled like popcorn for quite a while. But then I just poured it in and cleaned out the microwave, of course, because it was a hot mess. And then after that I just stirred it again, because that's just basically the whole recipe. Just stir. And now you had to measure out the Nutella, which was actually quite difficult because Nutella is super thick, and trying to get it like out of the thing on the spoon and then back into a measuring cup to measure it was very difficult. So I ended up trying to microwave it, but it really didn't work too great. But it did a little bit, not too much, but it was a bit easier to take out. So then I just continued measuring it out until I kind of had the right amount, and then I just poured it into the bowl. And then I just mix it together. At first it does look a bit questionable, but then it kind of melts into the butter, which is still hot. So then here was where things went down. I'm not even going to explain what I'm doing. I'm just putting some more dry ingredients in. It said to put them in the egg yolks. I didn't read carefully enough. I put them in the egg whites. And it said to mix until it was stiff, which basically means like it should be able to like it should look fluffy basically. And I was not supposed to put anything else in there. I was stupid. I did. And that's basically where things went down, so don't do what I'm doing right now. And then basically the realization that I did something wrong. But of course I was already too far into the recipe to stop, so I kind of just continued knowing it would still not work. But so then I just combined the two mixtures and mixed it up, and this was actually quite repulsive because it started to look like vomit right away, and it was nasty. It would not blend nicely, and I tried to use the mixer and just nothing worked. It was ruined basically. And then once again, just continuing on because why not, I put Pam on the waffle maker so it wouldn't stick, and I measured up about 1 cup of batter and put it onto the pan. Typical Julie, I kind of covered what I was doing, but that's about it. And then I put the timer on for 3 minutes, and it didn't look half bad. It was super chunky, like all the chunks were visible, and then I tasted it, and it really wasn't that bad. It was just the texture was weird, and it was really flavorless. So I just threw them out. Oops. Not sorry.
I hope you enjoyed that attempt of making waffles. If you did enjoy, please give it a thumbs up. If you do like these types of videos, like cooking videos, even though it didn't really work, give it a thumbs up so I know to do more videos like this. Also leave a comment telling me to do more like this, and then subscribe so you can see my new videos every Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!